on Sunday, the 18th of August, 2024. Sheffield Wednesday in their all changed black kit. An early chance here for Sheffield Wednesday. Was there an interception there?
Oof.
I think Luke O'Nien did just enough,
didn't
didn't
he?
he?
Mouth moment, wasn't it? Yeah, I think as he receives it there, Luke, I think Adji can give him an angle. He sort of turns his back on Luke there and he gets pressed, doesn't he? I think it was low, wasn't it? Top end of the pitch.
Meanwhile, at the other end, here's Jack Clark trying to get on the ball. Up against Iorfa. It's goal kick.
Yeah, lively start. Iorfa getting dragged out the middle there up against Jack Clark. And I think you'll see that with Valerie as well. The right back there, the 27. He'll want to push on as much as he can as well. And you see there, Iorfa, he won't want to come out too often against Jack Clark. There you see it there. I think Adji, you know, obviously his fellow centre-back, just give him an angle there to roll it to him. Doesn't offer it.
Wednesday bringing it forward on this left-hand side. This is Anthony Musaba up against Trey Hume, who blocks it. He's gone for the throw.
Yeah, it's one looking forward to that battle there. Musaba, I thought he was excellent last week against Plymouth. Direct, pace. He'll want to get past Trey early on if he can.
23-year-old Dutchman. Previously played at Monaco. Anthony Musaba. Looks like a long throw from this one, Danny. Svante Ingelsson actually goes shorter than expected, but then chips one in towards that back post. Patterson should pull that out the air, and he does.
Yeah, just got to switch on as well. So it's centre midfielder, isn't it? Ingelsson, he probably has got a long throw there, but we switch off a little bit. Takes it short to Barry Bannon. And then load the box, Sheffield Wednesday. Bernard coming forward, Iorfa as well. Threat from set pieces.
Some of the fans looking on with binoculars there. We're not quite at that point, are we, Danny?
No, we're not too bad here, are we? Spot on halfway line on the gantry.
There's Dan Neil. He's shoved off the ball. Referee says no. Play continues, and the black shirts of Sheffield Wednesday come forward through the middle. Gassama scuffed in the end.
Yeah, he doesn't quite catch hold of it, does he? There, does well initially, doesn't he? Just bumps Dan Neil off it to win possession for Sheffield Wednesday, and then chokes the shot. Comfortable for Anthony Patterson.
Jerry Gassama.
See the setup as well, Sheffield Wednesday, similar to ourselves really. Pressing high there, not allowing us to play out from the back.
Hume wins the header. Mayenda threatening to get on the end of it. Bernard was there for Sheffield Wednesday. Mayenda hassling as Iorfa plays it out. Falls to Job. Dan Neil, good awareness. Nine was perhaps looking for Jack Clark, but
yeah, dragged it
through the
in
middle.
Yeah, it's better from Sunderland, just trying to feel the way into the game. I know it's early on, but just trying to get a few passes in. Get Chris Rigg on the ball, try and get Patrick involved as well.
Again, the referee letting play continue as Ingelsson takes it from Job. Musaba looks to have got around Trey Hume here, and Musaba's running in on goal. Thankfully for Sunderland, Luke O'Nien was there on the cover.
Yeah, he just had a heavy touch there, Musaba, didn't he? As I say, got the better of Trey Hume getting into the 18-yard box.
He's got
but
pace,
a heavy touch, he has. And I'll perhaps just be saying as well, obviously with Luke being right centre-back, just be on your toes for that one in behind as well. If he's going to try and knock it beyond Trey Hume, just be on the cover, get Adji across a little bit onto Lowe.
James Beadle on loan from Brighton. Highly rated goalkeeper. Forward from Windass. That's got in around the back of Sunderland's defence. It's Dennis Serkin who comes across. And then loses possession to Masaba. And Wednesday come forward once again. Left foot across into the corridor of uncertainty. Play continues with Jack Clark.
Open game, isn't it? As we were hoping for and expecting.
Clark again. Just overplays it a bit.
Free kick on Iortha, yeah.
Pretty end to end, isn't it?
It is. Just going back to that one, Dennis does well initially, isn't it? The worry was it was a long ball over the top and we get caught a little bit. I think it was Ingleson, the runner. You see there, Job doesn't match him and he's off the back of Adji as well. And Dennis does really well, then overruns it himself into bodies.
Did the hard bit, didn't he?
Yeah.
Possession goal. Bernard. Max Lowe. Goes out that time from Jamal Lowe. Some early success though for Sheffield Wednesday, particularly down this left-hand side.
Yeah, you can see they work the patterns well, don't they, off the training ground, Sheffield Wednesday. Players rolling inside and then you see Lowe there, willing to run down the channel. Just has a heavy touch.
Out from Patterson, looking for Clark. Iortha got there, but well, tight call.
Yeah, flag's gone on. It's a bit of a strange one for me, that, because yeah, big raking pass out there looking for Jack. He sort of gives up on it, thinking Iortha's bringing it under, and he miscontrols it. You see it back now. Listen, yeah, he's offside there. You see it back. Anthony Patterson plays the ball. Look now, and Iortha gets it wrong. That's, for me, second phase, really. Yeah.
How long does the first phase last?
Well, it's one of these, isn't it? All the rules and regs changing all the time, but got away with one for me, Iortha.
Well, that one hit Roberts down there. So he just can't manage to get hold of the ball. Maybe they can now with Job. He's got a bit of space ahead of him. Finds Roberts for his first real touch in the game. Roberts wins a corner.
Yeah. You see one or two having a word with each other. Masaba turns possession over Barry Bannon, just having a word with him there. First time we've seen Patrick driving into the 18-yard box up against Max Lowe. Wins the corner.
Danny Roll, 35, the youngest coach in the EFL. Got some experienced heads around him. Got Chris Powell down there, was obviously involved in the England setup as well in recent years. As Roberts and Clark discuss what to do over this corner.
Well, short corner offside, yeah. Linesman's on top of it, isn't he? Having a look at it. See it back now, plays it to him. Yeah, and he's still in the sort of quadrant, isn't he, when he plays the ball back to him, Jack Clark. Yeah, just think in that situation there's not really much of a benefit there. He's only shifting it a yard or two, and you know Patrick's delivery's been decent so far this season. See, first goal last week at Cardiff, just put a ball in the box early on.
Barry Bannon drops it off to Dijon Bernard. Big challenge in the middle, releases Eliza Mayenda. Mayenda just behind Jack Clark, who still takes it. Clark stepping in, head down, going forward, wins a free kick. A good position this for Sunderland.
Do well there. Regain possession high up the pitch.
So Windass with the challenge,
yeah,
maybe?
Windass caught wrong side, isn't he? See it back there now. Jack just goes past him, and then you know he's always going to go down, waiting for that little bit of contact in the back from Windass. Not much in it, to be fair, but they're always going to get given those ones. And it's a good position, isn't it? 25 yards out. Probably favours the right footer. Jack Clark walks away from it. Trey Hume, in fact, it is that stood over it, I think. Patrick Roberts as well. Sunderland load in the far post area, as we've seen last week at Cardiff. You see there, 3-4 red and white striped shirts, waiting for the ball round the back.
Referee with a close eye on things. It's Roberts. Finds Serkin!
Yeah!
Dennis
And there it
Serkin!
is.
They've done it again!
Well, free kicks, isn't it? Roberts and Serkin again. Combination last week, which led to Luke O'Nine's goal. And this week, well, it's Dennis direct, isn't it? Doesn't need Luke at the far area. And to be fair, you're looking at that setup, and I'm thinking Sheffield Wednesday, yes, they've got the wall, but they're overloaded in front of the ball for me then. It's just asking for Patrick just to drop a ball in behind, and he does. Look at it there now. Got 3 or 4 spare shirts. Lovely header, just skips off the surface. No chance for Beadle in goal. Dennis there, disappointed from Sheffield Wednesday's point of view. You see Windass there waving his arms around. What's happening behind me? But lovely ball from Patrick. Just hangs it up there, doesn't he? Invites Dennis to get on the end of it, and he certainly obliges. Sunderland in front.
Well, he got an assist last week against Cardiff with a similar kind of header back across goal, but this time he was the man on the end of it. And he opens his account for the season, Dennis Serkin. If he stays fit, he's a real player, isn't he?
Yeah,
Dennis
he is.
Serkin?
Yeah. Once he gets, as you say, once he's fit, he flies up and down that left-hand side. He's a threat, isn't he, when he goes forward as well?
How important is it that Pat Roberts is providing crosses like that as well early on the season? Because
Well, you look at that, don't you? It was obviously Jack who won the free kick, similar last week as well, wasn't it? And then Patrick there, it just favoured the left footer just to bend it in behind. As I say, I don't think Sheffield Wednesday's setup was great.
Chris Rigg stole it in the middle of the parquet and he runs away from Ingleson. Chris Rigg leaves it for Job now. Job moving forward. Is he fouled? Might fall again for Chris Rigg on his left foot.
Corner ball. Yeah, tails are up, aren't they? Driving forward there. Could have gone out to Jack Clark on that left-hand side. You see Job now, he receives it. Chrissy Rigg driving forward. And then Job just shifts it inside. And those gets tackled there. Dennis again getting forward into Chris. It just comes off Barry Bannon. You see Barry Bannon there furious with his teammates, trying to get them together.
Roberts stands over this one for Sunderland's second corner. It's towards the front post. It's poor, really. Kept alive by Hugh momentarily. Got to be careful here, Sunderland, because Gassama was waiting on the halfway line. Didn't make the most of that set piece there, did they?
Delivery wasn't great. He had a look down at the area of the corner flag area, but I'm not sure you can blame anything on this surface. But well, his delivery certainly was better from the free kick, wasn't it?
So they're trying to steal it back, but at the moment Max Lowe has it, plays it inside. Sunderland again trying to get it back. This is a great press we're seeing from Sunderland out of possession.
Yeah, you can hear the fans as well, and they encouraging the boys on as well.
They're going to get it as well. What a press that was. Jack Clark on that far side as we look at it. Halfway up the west stand here, the Stadium of Light. Clark steps inside, opens up a little bit for him. Plays it inside, looking for the free kick. Nothing given again by the referee, Dean Whitestone. But Sunderland get it back.
Open game, isn't it? Really open. I say Sheffield Wednesday can't quite keep hold of the ball at the minute. Sunderland pressing high, winning it back again. Been a good start, isn't it? What Regis Labrie would have been hoping for here at the Stadium of Light this afternoon.
Clark, Elise, Luke O'Nine under pressure. Roberts,
Touch.
Ball inside to Chris Rigg, and then an early ball looking for Mayen. It's just in front of him.
Yeah.
Just in front of him.
See what he's looking for. Lovely build-up play, isn't it? One-touch football down this right-hand side. It's just over hit there into the path of Meander, isn't it? See, lovely little flick round the corner from Patrick. It's Chrissy Rigg, and there you can see what Trey's looking for. Just too much on the pass.
Sunderland coming into this game more and more as Eliza Mayenda picks it up right outside.
Oh, there we go.
and he rifles one past the goalkeeper, James Beadle, and Sunderland are 2-0 up within 15 minutes.
And it's that man, isn't it? Mayenda, we spoke about him last week, missed that one-on-one, and what a relief that'll be for him in front of the home fans. Picks it up, doesn't it? Sheffield Wednesday again, getting caught, trying to play out from the back. So that man Windass into his path, no real pressure on him. Lovely finish, isn't it? Almost passes it past Beadle. 2-0 Sunderland. Here we go, see it back now. Sheffield Wednesday. Beadle tries to play it into Windass, tries to flick it, doesn't he? But he's well onside. You can see Iorfa on the far side's deeper. Could have gone into Jack Clark. Jack's there, sprinting forward, wants the pass, but Mayenda turns it down, and rightly so. Here we go, great angle of it now. Just into his feet there, bang, lovely side foot finish, isn't it? What a start.
What a start indeed, Danny. And these Sunderland fans are on their feet here inside the Stadium of Light. Eliza Mayenda might have just nailed down that striking position well and truly with that
massive
goal.
for his confidence as well, isn't it? You know, everyone talks about centre forwards and confidence hitting the back of the net. Well, he'll have got back on the coach last week after Cardiff. Yes, we'd have won, but he would have been disappointed and beaten himself up that he didn't tuck that one away. But, what was it, 15 minutes into this one, he's got himself a goal.
Sunderland have to be careful though, because in the early 10 minutes, Sheffield Wednesday showed what they can do. And Musaba was a big part of that. He's on the ball right now. Rigg comes out and takes it off him though. Chris Rigg running away with it now. Chris Rigg. Just dispossessed. Job comes across with a big challenge. It's that press, Danny. Is this a Regis Labrise kind of press we're seeing from Sunderland players out there?
Well, they're getting after them, aren't they? So obviously you got yourselves a couple of goals and the tails are up, the boys. Full of energy. Sheffield Wednesday win a corner. But yeah, I think it was different last week. You know, we spoke about it at Cardiff. We won the game. I don't really think we got after Cardiff. We allowed them to have the ball at the back and almost sat sort of in a mid-block really and punished them on the break at times. Whereas today, I said it early on, when you're at home and you've got this following behind you, 40-odd thousand Sunderland fans, they'll want to see us getting after Sheffield Wednesday and sides when they're here at the Stadium of Light. And that's been the case so far this afternoon. Loading the 6-yard box with the in-swinger.
That was close there. Looks like it hit
a
Sunderland head. So will be another corner for Sheffield Wednesday here.
I think he's snap on there. Dennis Sirkin, isn't it? Let's have a look. Just gets a touch in there. He's got Windass in behind him. Yeah, does well.
Windass with the corner. Ah, what a strike that is from Barry Bannon.
Yeah, hands on his head there.
That was on target, wasn't it?
It was, yeah, set face. It's Dennis again, isn't it? Gets his head on it in the 6-yard box, and as it drops to Bannon, pulls the trigger. Let's have a look who gets the block in. We see off this one.
Yeah,
it's Dennis again, isn't it?
Top of his head. It's a deep one. It's kept alive. So 9 diving. Can Sunderland get on the end of this? Big chance of handball, nothing given. Or has it been? Yes, it has.
Yeah, and they're going to be a threat. Sheffield Wednesday set pieces. Say the lads up from the back.
Valerie there.
Iorfa and Bernard coming forward when they can. So actually it was a concern. We've seen it in pre-season when we weren't getting on the end of first contacts. And it was concerning me, obviously, with Dan Ballard being out, who's our main sort of header of the ball, isn't he, when he's back there and in the opposition box. But we actually dealt with it quite well at Cardiff last week. And if anything, teams are struggling against us at this moment, with Dennis causing problems in the opposition box.
Yeah. Max Lowe heads it. Roberts anticipated the ball to bounce the other way. Trey Hume stops the run of Musaba.
Oh, they're having a little square up.
Well, Musaba's going back for more.
Yeah, just got to be careful. We've seen it yesterday, didn't we, with Newcastle. Shah squaring up and got himself sent off, I think.
Christian Speakman there, big week for him ahead.
Yeah, just be careful, Trey. We're in front 2-0. Don't do anything silly. Maybe relax there, Christian. Just getting the text out. Don't worry about centre forward. We're okay now. Mayenda's scoring.
Don't say that, Danny.
Cancel them forms.
I'm sure, yeah. They're all hard at work.
Yeah, just a good talking to from the referee there, Masaba. Maybe feels that Trey coming. We know what Trey's about. If he's aggressive, you want to sort of put your stamp on things up against a flying winger. And then Regis Labrie, a few words with.
I think he's saying
the score.
There's a gap between the two central defenders. Stay there. You never know what
just
might
wait there,
happen.
yeah. We'll feed you.
Yeah. Bit of a lull for the first time inside the stadium as people look to each other.
Yeah,
I think they're in disbelief.
Bit of a breather as well.
Yeah.
20 minutes on the clock, but you'd be happy, Sheffield Wednesday, to have it in these areas. We don't have to go and press, full steam ahead at this now. We're winning the game. Allow them to try and build and try and play through us and nick it off them.
Some big gaps in that back line if Sunderland were to steal it again there, Danny. They haven't really changed their outlook,
that's always the case when you split with your centre-backs and you're trying to get your full-backs pushed on high and wide. If they do turn possession over, massive gap, as you say. We've seen it with the second goal.
Out from Beadle. Nine's there. Oh. Robertson's gone down.
Yeah, it's the sandwich, wasn't it? Max Lowe just coming into the back of him there.
Nine stands over it. Danny Roll goes back to the drawing board. Just about kept in. And a good ball forward, looking for Job it is on that far side.
There's that three goes out in there, hasn't he? No.
No foul given. Job. Dan Neil.
Oh.
Deflection.
Yeah, took a little neck. He didn't catch it well at all, did he, Dan, there? But yeah, Job on the far side, I think, was it Ingleson that went all the way with him in his back?
It felt like one of them was
fairly aggressive, wasn't he? But referee waved it away.
About 3 nibbles at him, didn't he?
Yeah. I think Luke got away with the free kick. I think he dragged it as well. Dennis done well, didn't he, to keep it in play on the far side. Dealt with it.
Try something from this, maybe? The two of them standing over there. Clark. Still got a hold of it. Everyone waits. Chris Rigg on the edge. On his left foot. Deflection. Touch. Goal!
Luke
Number 3,
again.
it's Luke O'Nine!
Goal scoring centre-back, 2 in 2. Yeah, you look at it straight away and he looks miles offside. And you see the Sheffield Wednesday players, but again, we'll get to look at it back in a minute. Well, the Sheffield Wednesday players, shell-shocked in there. And all the Sheffield Wednesday coaching staff, here we go now, let's have a look at it back. Short corners to Jack Clark. Just jinking away, isn't he, looking for the opening, rolls it to Chris Rigg, who's got acres, and let's have a look. No, he's onside, Yeah, Windass is deep, isn't he? You can see it there on the cut of the grass. Good call from the linesman. (3-0) Sunderland.
Yep, 3-0. The Sheffield Wednesday coaching staff can't believe.
Yeah, well, I'm not sure, as you say, if they've got a monitor. They're still having a word with the linesman down there, but it's a great call from the linesman. You can see Windass is a yard deeper.
Can you remember when we beat Sheffield Wednesday 5-0 in December 2021?
I can't, to be honest, off
Played
the
them
top
off
of my
the
head. No, I
park in
remember
the first half.
Yeah, down at their place,
Yep.
we had a good result, didn't he?
In the moment, similar kind of vibe to it. Hold on to that thought. Jamal Lowe goes through. Cross comes in for Windass. It's a deep one and it's a close chance.
And they're back in it.
And they're back in
offside,
it.
flags up.
Oh.
Barry Bannon is all over the referee. A few verbals in his ear. I think it's Gassama on the far side, isn't it? The 41. Well, it's all happening here, Stadium. Let's have a look now. Lovely ball in from Windass. And he is.
Yeah.
Yeah, lovely from Dennis. He just steps up, doesn't he? A yard or so.
It's a Gassama.
And again, linesman's on the ball.
Put in by Ingleson, but he was offside, Gassama.
Again, I'm looking at this Sheffield Wednesday coaching staff, Danny Roll down there, furious, but they must have a monitor down there. I'm sure they have, and they can have a look at the replays like ourselves.
Can see this. They get the same feed in the dugouts as to what we are seeing.
Well, I'd take one of those lulls in the game now, wouldn't you? Like 10 minutes with not a lot happening, just to settle things down.
Yeah, but maybe there's more goals to be had for Sunderland. Roberts takes it, skips around his man beautifully as well, and then releases Chris Rigg for Sunderland. Mayanda got there, couldn't get the second ball.
Yeah, lovely again, lovely build-up play. Patrick just skips past Low like he's not there. Just there, that's what Mayanda said a couple of times last week. Get your body in. Iorfa coming in behind and be strong, just pin him in the 18-yard box. And you see, Danny Roll is fuming, isn't he? Perhaps rightly so. Musaba there, he's getting after. It's a week in football, isn't it? 4-0 last week at home. Everything's rosy in your own back garden.
2-1 winning as well during the week against Hull City in the League Cup. Great end to the season as well for Danny Roll last season.
Yeah, I think, including the 2 this season, I think he's only lost 3 of his last 16 games in charge.
And from Beadle, Windass won't be able to get there.
It's good again, isn't it? Good pressure, Chrissy Rigg, and he's the one who's releasing really and getting up there alongside Mayenda, more so than Job. You can see he's dropping in on Bannon alongside Dan Neil at times. And Riggs pressing Bernard.
It's confirmation of a booking to Svante Ingleson of a yellow card. Hume just caught underneath Riggs' feet. Regis Labrise looks on. His first home game in charge of Sunderland AFC.
Easy this management lark, isn't it? Huh?
Forward from Dan Neil. Hooked towards Mayenda. And it might fall from here as well. Mayenda almost took full control as Jan Paveda looks on from the stands. The Sheffield player, Sheffield Wednesday player pulled up. He's going to stop things.
Yeah, not sure if Mayenda's caught him that high ball dropping, wasn't it? Doesn't really deal with it in the first place, Iorfa. Oh, it's...
Yeah, it's Iorfa.
Yeah, it is, yeah. Mr. Vegas. Sponsors causing carnage. But that's what you want to see from Mayenda. I don't mind that ball dropping down. Be ruthless, you know, up against centre-backs, make it difficult for them, because on the flip side of that, they'll let him know they're there with balls coming up to him.
Well, the laptops are out on the Sheffield Wednesday bench. Linesman was the assistant on this near side. Got the calls right.
Well, yeah, within a couple of minutes, wasn't it? 2 excellent calls. No, a yard apart, really, wasn't it? As we said there, Windass, he was deeper. It's when it happens fast, doesn't it, as well? And when you see Luke O'Nien tucking it away, he looks like he's 4 or 5 yards offside, and you're almost waiting for the flag to go up. Here it is again. Now look, comes into Rigg, then Windass. Yeah, not naturally, you know, minded of a defender, is he? Doesn't want to go and push up. He's almost ball watching and stays in. The others are all pushing up there, and he sits a little bit deeper, playing Luke O'Nien onside, and there's the man there. Great call.
Well done, sir. I wonder if Iorfa's got a bloody nose or a scratch. A towel did come out at one point there, and he won't be able to have any blood on his face or anything like that.
A few instructions there from the head coach, Dennis Sirkin, one or two others taking a drink on board. Quite warm down there, isn't it? Pitch side where we were.
Really hot.
Pre-match. Still got the coat ready for the second half.
Oh, it's always cold in this, halfway up this stand.
Fairly lengthy delay, isn't it? Bump on the nose for Iorfa.
Well, Sunderland had the ball as well, which is to the frustration of the Sunderland fans. Dan Neil had it in the middle of the park when the referee blew his whistle.
Yeah, see Michael Proctor down there having a word with the fourth official.
Iorfa's still on the touchline, having received that treatment.
Is it all 30 seconds one still in play? Where if you come off. Yeah, they'll be happy to slow it down, won't they? Until he gets back on.
Here he comes. Dominic Iorfa, 29. Previously played for Wolves. Acted as a bit of a breather for both sides, that didn't it?
Yeah, as you say, it's been fiery, hasn't it? First half an hour. Frantic.
Stole back by Windass, who advances, looking for Jamal Lowe. Well, carries it, despite a shove from Trey Hume. O'Nien comes across. It's gone for the corner, though.
Yeah, a little nudge in the back from Trey, wasn't it? And Luke O'Nien turns it behind for the corner.
Fourth corner for Cardiff, for Sheffield Wednesday. Just looking at my old notes there. Bit of bite about it this game.
Yeah, Barry Bannon on this one there. Look, he's patrolled the box, hasn't he, from previous corners.
Another deep one
Yeah,
towards
just
the back
looking for that
post.
driven ball there. Iorfa it was, wasn't it? Getting the run on it. Doesn't get the contact though. Yeah, decent ball. I used to love these type of balls there. You get the run, see he's free there at the far post. He'd be disappointed there.
They're kind of spinning out there, so if you get the contact on them.
Good leap. He's a big unit as well, isn't he, in the first place?
O'Nien did enough. Looks like he's going to take the goal kick. Short one. Out from Patterson. Over the top of Jack Clark. Couple of feet in there, wild swings at it. But it's Job who emerges. Patrick Roberts, Trey Hume's gone, gets it back. Musaba's gone with him. So has Max Lowe.
Yeah, it's unlucky, isn't it, Trey? Just trying to thread it through into the path of Chris Rigg. Oh.
Well, the assistant's been all right to us so far, so we'll let him have that one.
Yeah, I thought he played it off him there, Chris Rigg.
I did as well.
Foot of Max Lowe.
Windass's arm looked like it stopped it, but there wasn't many claims down there on the pitch. Job's late there and he knows it. Just a free kick.
Yeah, he stayed down there. Ingleson, as you said, I don't think it's anything more. Sometimes you see a bit hasty refs, aren't they, these days with the yellow cards, but just a fraction late there, Job.
Windass. Iorfa. Inside, stolen by Sunderland. It's a loose one. Sirkin. After 9's challenge. Clark tries the shoulder nonchalantly, but it hits Gassama. Job picks up the loose ball and then plays a forward looking for Mayenda.
Oh. Yeah, it's good again, scrappy, isn't it? Sunderland coming out on top again there with the ball. I think there, can he just leave it into a bit of space in behind for Mayenda?
Barry Bannon hasn't been able to pull the strings as he normally does in that midfield. Maybe it's down to Sunderland's press like that, and Job getting it back. Chris Rigg playing it to the touchline where Jack Clark is. Dennis Sirkin now. This is good football from Sunderland. Trey Hume, Roberts is with him, goes back to 09. Now Roberts gets it back. Gone for this Sunderland throw. Sunderland looks sharp.
Yeah, it's good in it, confidence, yeah. Fans are enjoying it, just popping it around now.
Jamal Lowell chase. Patterson considers his options. Didn't choose the right one that time.
Yeah, he's got his hands out there, it's gone across to him, so naturally it favours him playing it on his left foot. But again, Sheffield Wednesday pushing up and everybody's coming towards the ball there. I think somebody who's willing, just play on the last man and just make that little run in behind. A lot of space there for that ball over the top.
Sirkin. Against Iorfa. Clark is deep and wide, too wide.
So he's done the hard part again there, Dennis, hasn't he? Manages to steal possession. Chris Rigg, he possibly could have played in, make the run forward again. Big half-time team talk for that man there coming up. Yeah, a little bit shell-shocked, I'd imagine. Flip side of that, Regis, what's he got to say to the boys? Don't be complacent, second half again. Get back on the front foot.
Almost stolen there by Jack Clark. Roberts. Rigg pestering Barry Bannon and gets the better of him. Gets his body in the way as well. Nice feed from Job. This is excellent.
Winning a lot of those duels, aren't we? Those scruffy loose balls bouncing around, we seem to be coming out on top more often than not. Again, good energy in there, Job, Chris Rigg, young fresh legs.
Elise. Sirkin. Jack Clark. Roberts is free on this right-hand side. 9 was looking.
Yeah, well, it was on, wasn't it? I think we turned it down a couple of times and he had Akers, Patrick Roberts.
Rigg battling, spinning.
Learned that one off Jefferson Bennett, didn't he?
He was on the end of that one.
One of the senior players.
He was on the end of that one, wasn't he?
Yeah. Oh, he's gone back in.
Oh no. Mayenda. Roberts. Danny Roll must be pulling his hair out about some of the decisions his players have made this first half.
Well, even that one there, Barry Bannon, the play's come from this way. Naturally, there was space out on that far side, and he came back into the traffic with it.
So we go through the middle. Rigg helps along. Can Roberts get there? He can. Riggs continued his run. Roberts goes inside on his left foot. He fancies one.
Oh! What a strike. It opened up for him, didn't it? Coming inside on his favoured left foot. He's not miles away, is he, looking for that far corner. Been excellent this first half. Sunderland, 40 minutes on the clock. Keeper perhaps got it covered, but it was a lovely strike, wasn't it, from Patrick? Been a tough half. Max Lowe up against him.
Patterson shifts it. Rigg puts it down the line. Mayenda will chase it. Rigg will get it back. He's had a good first 45. There's a few players out there you could probably single out, but collectively...
Yeah, collectively, as you say, yeah, just thinking about it. Everybody's been at it, haven't they? They have, yeah.
Iron out those little mistakes.
Yeah, just be careful. Don't invite Sheffield Wednesday back into it. I said it last week at Cardiff. We got a little bit sloppy, didn't we, after we got the goal? 4 or 5 loose passes. Just encourages the opposition back into it. By all means, there's times to play there and try and pop it around the opposition. But when you're in this position, just drop it in. Go long. Don't take any chances.
Be a long throw from Ingelsson, flicked on. Patterson comes, gets nowhere near it. Didn't get the free kick he wanted, and Barry Bannon picks it up. Everyone forward pretty much for Sheffield Wednesday. If Sunderland were to steal it here, Danny.
Yeah, a lot of space, isn't there, to drive forward into.
And they have cut it out. They've got to come out, though, Sheffield Wednesday. 3-0 down, they've got to try. Sunderland could get more goals from that. Max Lowe floats one in, left-footed.
Too much.
Too much on it for Iorfa.
As I say there, everybody, outfield players in the Sunderland half there, and if they could have got a hold on the ball there, plenty of space to drive into. In the end, Max Lowe overhits the deep one, looking for Iorfa, and that's pretty much summed up Sheffield Wednesday in the first half, hasn't it? It's the cue for 1 or 2. Let's go and get some refreshments down below us.
Rigg brings it under control. Hacked down.
Yeah, again, he's picking up that loose ball. He's been excellent, Chris Rigg, in this first half. Just a few of those situations, him and Job as well, especially. Balls bouncing around and we come out on top time and time again. Just wondering, Patrick and Jack Clark coming across, standing over the free kick. few words between the two of them. I think you're looking at Sheffield Wednesday high line across the 18-yard line.
3 minutes will be added on. Whoa, it almost dropped for Dennis Serkin.
Corner ball.
Sunderland's fourth corner, matching Sheffield Wednesday. Roberts, Clark's with him. Comes out to Trey Hume. Good Nine will pick it up. Nine's got Elise ahead of him. Elise tries to play it back, and possession goes to Sheffield Wednesday. Nine smashes it back to Anthony Patterson, and Sunderland back on the ball. He played one of those 3 minutes. Big shift there from Dan Neil. Beautiful ball. Serkin and Clark come together, combining to keep possession. Dan Neil brings in Trey Hume. Roberts gets round Max Lowe, floats one in. Job's arriving, Serkin's there. Chris Rigg, left foot!
Oh, what's the save? What a save that is.
That is some save from James Beadle.
Well, that man there, Chrissy Rigg, he thinks he scored and it dropped to him there on his favoured left foot. Excellent build-up again. And Patrick, I say, Max Lowe's had a torrid first half up against him and it drops then, bang, he thinks that's in. He's actually got Iorfa in front of him as well, sees it late. It's a great save, isn't it? Down to his right-hand side. Yeah, wonderful save, almost off the wrist.
Sunderland have taken the corner quickly. Floated in by Dan Neil. Nine peels off his man. Comes out. Rigg on his right foot that time. Dennis Serkin fancies another.
Yeah.
Tell you what, this
fancy getting involved, don't they?
This side, Danny's going to get some reception when they go off at half time.
Yeah, and rightly so as well. They've been at it, haven't they, since the first minute, really. Sunderland, full of energy, confidence, and deserve that 3-0 lead.
And that's half-time, Danny.
Yeah, fantastic first 45 minutes here at the stadium like this season. That man there will be absolutely delighted. We won't have too much to say at half-time other than, listen boys, back on the front foot, don't be complacent in the start of the second half. But, yeah, well, goal scorers Luke with his second goal, Mayenda opening his account, Dennis as well, playing his part with his goal. And as you mentioned there, Frankie, throughout the 11, been at it, fantastic, no passengers, more of the same in the second half. Can we go and get the fourth? We almost had it before the break there with Chris Rigg. And stay on top, really. And the longer the game stays like this, their heads will go down.
Let's see. Second half underway. Passing comes, gathers.
Yeah, that's what you see straight away. Smith there. Big old lump up top, and they might go a little bit more direct. Sheffield Wednesday, well, I'm just having a look there. I think Lowe may have gone out to that left-hand side. You see him on the far side. Misaba's come across to the right-hand side.
Many people not back from their half-time refreshments yet as Sunderland take possession through Job. Oh, that was lovely. Took two players out there. Patterson under pressure. What a ball that is. Clark helps it on to Mayenda as well. Mayenda trying to put it around Bernard. Rigg. What a knock. Jack Clark's on the end of it. Mayenda's in the middle.
Oh! Well. Just like that. We're saying whatever Danny Rolls had to say at half-time certainly hasn't worked. I thought they looked laboured there in the build-up to the goal itself, Sheffield Wednesday. Jack Clark acres of space down the left-hand side, and he feeds it across to that man there, opened his account in the first half, and he couldn't miss that one, could he? Mayende with his second, 4-0 Sunderland.
Oh, what striker crisis? We've got one on a hat-trick here, Danny.
Well, I was going to say he couldn't miss, but a lot of these Sunderland fans have down below us here, just coming out for the start of the second half. We'll see it back now. Lovely ball in. Oh, it's tight. Tight, isn't it? Iorfa, Jack Clark. Anyway, lovely ball in.
It's a lovely ball, there. Isn't it? It's Chris Rigg, though.
Yeah, Chrissy Rigg again. Look at him, though, bringing it down. Nobody around him. Barry Bannon, Ingleson. Nowhere near Chris Rigg there. Brings it down. Feeds a lovely ball in for Jack Clark. And then Jack Clark puts it on a plate for Mayende. Enjoying his afternoon, isn't he, the young man?
Oh, one at each end now for Eliza. Well, the French are known for their cuisine, and Regis Labree's side are cooking this afternoon here at the Stadium of Light. Here's Roberts, deflection!
Oh.
No, just a goal kick.
Yeah, just enjoying themselves, aren't they? Look like they've got an extra man out there, Sunderland, moving the ball really well. From left to right on this occasion, and then again Patrick. See Max Lowe there, he doesn't want to get tight to Patrick, and the fact that Patrick's gone past him on the outside a couple of times on his right foot, and he's getting himself 4 or 5 yards, and it just opens up then for Patrick, invites him inside on his left foot.
Dan Neil. Now from Patterson. Nine steaming through. Clark gives chase, but it goes out for a Sheffield Wednesday throw.
You know, sometimes it's one of those bit of a cliche, isn't it, where you've got to earn the right to play and win the battles, and I think we've done that this afternoon so far. Mentioned it in that first half, midfield battle, come out on top there, kept Bannon quiet all afternoon. You can see he's frustrated, and then you can play your football, and we've certainly done that as well.
Still lots of people coming back from the half-time refreshments. They'll take a look at the scoreboard and think,
yeah, well, what's happened there? We've added to it, yeah.
Well, the Roker end are shouting, Reggie, Reggie gives a wave in quite broad Mackham accent. I don't think he's going to respond to that one. But he will appreciate the support.
He will indeed, yeah. But he's firmly focused on the action, isn't he, in front of him, enjoying it.
There's a banner come loose on the right-hand side of
oh yeah,
the
it's on the pitch, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, referee spotted it now. Oh, it's running off now. It's making its way off. Out of shot.
I'm going to need some assistance from some ground staff. I think Anthony Patterson might try it himself.
Yeah, ball boy not interested, is he? Just leaving it to Anthony Patterson, the referee.
He's got that iPad back out.
But well, you can see there, yeah, he's waiting the counters on the board, isn't he? But as I say, I'm sure he's done that at half time, that 15 minutes or so he's had with the team. Looking for some sort of reaction from his side, and he didn't get that, did he? A minute or so in, another goal.
I'll try again to get Reggie Labreeze to give him a wave. I think they're going to make another couple of changes here, Sheffield Wednesday. Beadle. Valerie.
Oh, excellent again from Joe there. Matches
Great
Valerie
challenge.
all the way. Good challenge, fans appreciated that.
Barry Bannon gets some pantomime boos from the Sunderland fans. In from Bannon. It was Elise who got up there first for Sunderland. Michael Smith. Ball comes in from Ingleson.
Elise again.
Valerie.
Yeah, I'm not sure whether he's looking for the cross there, but as you say, a couple of substitutions down below us.
Liam Palmer and Paul Valentin. A couple of regulars in recent seasons for Sheffield Wednesday coming on. Spins off
Think we
Circuit.
tidied up a little bit at the back. And Anthony Patterson, I think, sometimes just move the ball, do things a little bit quicker.
It's Valerie who makes way for Palmer. Well, in fact, it's Valentin. He'll go right wing back Valentin. He's a decent player on his day, Paul Valentin.
Yes, and then naturally you say Palmer usually getting up and down this right-hand side himself, isn't he? Windass. Just having a look. I think Ingleson's just gesturing, am I stepping in there, just sitting in behind Smith. Let's have a look.
Palmer's gone right back.
See.
We'll see. 3 changes now for Sheffield Wednesday. Ingleson. Van Neal. Then out by Job. Mayenda chases. Sheffield Wednesday winning their only other league game this season, 4-0. Finding themselves 4-0 down to Sunderland. Dennis Sirkin, oh! Almost getting it through. No foul on Mayenda.
Yeah, does really well. Dennis, he just steps in front of his man. He can see what he's looking for. I think it was Patrick Roberts. He's just trying to feed the ball in behind Barry Bannon.
Dan Neal. Dennis Sirkin. Dan Neal. Start off to Job. Trehue. What's Pat Roberts going to do here? In from Rigg. Out by Palmer. Job. Back to Haji Elise. No Sunderland changes yet. Things are working just fine as they are.
Yeah, I don't think Regis Lebris will be looking to his bench this moment in time. Be a bit happy with what he's seeing. The scoreline and obviously personnel out there been at it all afternoon.
Move forward. Smith takes collection. Ingleson drops it off to Barry Bannon. Bannon gets himself out of a tight space.
Chris Rigger just had a little nibble at him there, and Bannon give him a few words, I think. Yeah, it's good from Sunderland, good setup out of possession there. Frustrating Sheffield Wednesday, allowing them to have the ball in front of them.
Ball through here. Wednesday on the attack.
Oh, does really well there, Elise. He could have dived in, just stayed on his feet though. Good defending. Look at it back now. Musaba flying forward, just overruns it again, doesn't he? And then the goal kick doesn't come back off him. See it better on this one now. Possibly take it though.
Lisa looking for Clark, it goes to Palmer. Comes off Palmer, Sunderland ball.
That.
Oh,
yeah.
linesman's give it.
Got it wrong.
Sunderland battling to get it back straight away. Musaba inside to Lowe. Dijon Bernard. And almost on the end of that one, he's hassling. Bannon having to go very deep to try and get things going for Sheffield Wednesday.
Yeah, have some involvement in the game, isn't he? Yeah, as you say, getting between the centre-backs, trying to get on the ball.
Paul Valentin goes inside. Gets it back as well. And from O'Nien. Coming up to the hour mark here at the Stadium of Light. Sunderland 4, Sheffield Wednesday 0. First home game of the season for Sunderland AFC. 2-0 win in their last league game, Sunderland. And they'll want to maintain that clean sheet as much as score more goals as well, Danny, won't they?
Yeah, exactly that, Frankie, yeah. Good foundation to work from, isn't it? Keeping the clean sheets.
Wednesday have had a bit of possession these last 5
minutes.
minutes.
They have, yeah. You'd expect it at some stage in the game, wasn't it? It's a difficult one mentally. You know, Sunderland position they're in. Do we just take our foot off it a little bit now and then try and hit them on the counter attack at times? You know, you'd be happy if they have possession like Cardiff did last week. Time and time again, they had it in these areas of the pitch, didn't they? But struggled to thread through us. See it again there. Bannon trying to force one into Smith. Runs through.
Bannon who collects it again.
Possibly changed it a little bit here. Sheffield Wednesday gone to that back three. See Max Lowe pushed on the far side.
Bit of a wind whipping up inside the Stadium of Light.
Yeah.
Sunderland haven't got possession back yet. Maybe they can now through Dan Neil. Just wasn't able to take the ball fully. Jamal Lowe. Oh, Musaba wasn't as tricky as he thought he was. Tight passes from Sunderland, Dan Neil. Clark. Again, Sunderland not being able to...
scrappy, hasn't it? Yeah, trying to play their way out there, a little bit loose.
Palmer thinks about the cross. Valentin's with him. Charged down by Jack Clark. Sunderland step out. Over the hour mark
Yeah,
now.
well, I'm just saying, I thought Regis would have been happy and not be looking for any changes, but you just see a few out there having a gentle warm-up now. maybe thinking, do I just change one or two, get a little bit more energy back into us?
Comes off Dennis Sirkin for the throw. Valentin and O'Nien coming together.
Yeah, good from Luke O'Nien.
Oh, it's Michael Smith, isn't it? Yeah.
Trying to run the channel. Luke just gets himself in a good position early between man and ball, sees it out of play.
Sunderland throw on the far side.
Well, the game has hit a little bit of a lull, hasn't it? That one we were chatting about in the first half, but it was all action. It's just settled in a bit now, around the hour mark.
Just lost its
But again,
flow,
yeah,
hasn't it?
it's
Lost its
a little bit
composure
scrappy, little bits and pieces like that there. Loose on the ball. Just having a look, Pierre Ekwart having a warm-up, Romain Mundle. Bruce as well, is it, in the middle, I think?
Yeah, free kick here for Sheffield Wednesday. Don't forget, you can have your say on today's game or the season so far, the transfer situation. Use the hashtag AskDanny on social media. We'll pick it up and put it in the post-game programme. We'll be back down pitch side. Barry Bannon floats this one in, left-footed, very deep, too deep.
Yeah, for a minute it looked like Smith was getting in round the back. I think it's Dennis Sirkin in front of him, just does enough to put him off.
Smashed downfield by Patterson. Looking for Mayenda. He's on 2 goals, remember. And for strikers, it all comes down to confidence, doesn't it? And those 2 goals will
massive, of course it will do.
Massive help.
Yeah. So he's the one who's been given that opportunity, and obviously didn't take it last week down at Cardiff, but stepped up this afternoon, hasn't he? Especially that first one. Second one's on a plate, isn't he? A couple of yards out, empty net, but the first one, lovely finish.
It's Trey Hume. Patrick Roberts. It's caught in possession. Looks like another change soon for Sheffield Wednesday. So try and get something out of this game. It's tricky in terms of mentality, Danny, when you're 4-0 down with so long still to go.
Yeah.
What do you do?
I was saying there, yeah, we have took our foot off a little bit, as you say, get that 4th goal, and naturally you just think, well, can we manage the game now? And obviously we haven't got a midweek game this week, have we? Biggie next week against Burnley.
And they're flying, aren't they?
Yeah.
But, we've scored some good goals this afternoon ourselves.
Yeah.
Job getting his body in the way, wins a free kick. Very smart from Job.
Yeah, so it's not as if it's a Tuesday night game coming up where you think, right, we can manage the players, bring them off now. You've got a full week's training ahead of that one. So these boys, can afford to stay out there.
This is nice from Sunderland. Oh, it wasn't too far away.
No, little pirouette there from Patrick, wasn't it? Chris Rigg again feeds it into his path. He gets to the wrong side of Max Lowe, doesn't track him well enough in the box. See here now, spins him and he's looked for that far corner again. I think it's a few yards wide, you see it from this angle now. But again, he's been a handful this afternoon, Patrick Roberts.
Well, Sheffield Wednesday are going to throw their final 2 substitutions on. Marvin Johnson and Ike Ugbo look to be making their way to the pitch.
Yeah, I'm just thinking, is it Bernard that stayed down there, centre-back? He's feeling his back, I think.
Marvin Johnson is a midfielder. Ike Ugbo, of course, striker. He's enjoyed loan spells at Cardiff. And now is a Sheffield Wednesday player. He could replace Jamal Lowe, who hasn't really done anything all afternoon.
Not been involved, has he? Yeah, very quiet. Not too much to go off top end of the pitch. Bernard looks like he's going to be okay to continue. Well, I was expecting, Masaba, we've seen him first couple of minutes when he went past Trey Hume getting into the box. Yes, he overran it, but since then it's been a frustrating one for him, hasn't it? Struggled to get involved in the game as well. He's just stretching off there, Bernard. I think the referee's just weighing things up, and then obviously the substitutions as well come into play for Sheffield Wednesday. Johnson and Ugbo waiting to come on down below us.
Oh, will be Jamal Lowe, Danny.
There it is now, yeah.
He's going to come off with Marvin Johnson. We'll see in a second. Confirmation of that one.
It's Max Lowe.
It is Max Lowe. So the lows are off.
Yeah.
We've had a few lows this afternoon.
Low point
Sheffield
this afternoon, yeah. There's a pun in there, isn't there? But yeah, he's had a difficult one up against Patrick Roberts. Max Lowe. Will be a straight swap. I know Johnson, as you say, midfielder, but played wing back a lot for them as well. Naturally left-footed. Go out on that far side.
That's the 5 subs. Unless there's a concussion. Sheffield Wednesday are done. It's only 20 minutes to go here. Sunderland fans will hope that their side aren't done. They want to see more goals. Elise to Mayenda. Both sets of fans shouting handball. Mayenda's still going. Oh, I can't understand why the free kick's gone the other way, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that. It looked like Iorfa just fell on the ball, really. I think 1 or 2 Sunderland fans think it's a handball. Battle again between him and Mayenda. 1 or 2 boos as well. I'm not sure, to be honest. Does he feel like he's kicked out at him, or?
Well, I thought the defender had a hold of Mayenda's foot.
Strange one.
Sirkin and Smith coming together. Sirkin flicks it on. Rigg jumping, beats Ingelsson. Dan Neil picks up the loose ball. Chris Rigg rides the challenge. Roberts gets it back. Cleared by Wednesday. The free kick for Sheffield Wednesday.
Chris Rigg again, he's had a few of them where he's took it. It's been zinged into him there. Great first touch, wasn't it? And driving forward. I think he's been excellent again this afternoon, Chrissy Rigg.
Trey Hume with an important foot. Barry Bannon showing his experience. Valentin. It's the backside of Job and he takes it away. Spins into trouble but finds a safe pass.
No, he's done that well. He's had a few of those, Joe. He's got good pictures of what's happening around him, looking to play forward. It's not on.
Had some great stats in that Cardiff game, did Job. Sure he will today as well. Rigg, time to think about his ball. Sprays one to Dennis Serkin, who puts a ball through, looking for Job. A bit too much on it. Sunderland getting back into this in terms of possession, Danny. And a bit more.
Just looking after it a bit there. You can see what Job's looking for. Dennis, wasn't it? Joe making the run forward.
Hume. Rigg, Job. Coasting through and moving forward, Job with the ball effortlessly. Well, he makes it look good anyway. Rigg. Clark. Job to Dan Neil. The Stadium of Light are singing Chris Rigg's name.
Yeah, rightly so. He's enjoyed his afternoon and they've enjoyed watching him. I said before the game, I felt it was difficult for him because I thought he was excellent pre-season, and to miss out and not starting this season. But he's come out this afternoon, it's been fantastic.
Jack Clark leaves Paul Valentin on his backside and gives it to Chris Rigg. Dan Neil with space and time. Roberts goes past his man.
Oh. Yeah, goes on the outside of Johnson there, fizzes it across 6-yard box. Meander's trying to get there. Let's see it back now. Keep your eye on Meander. Can he make that run a little bit earlier? Yeah, I think so. He's slightly on his heels, isn't he, between the centre backs?
Well, there's a card going in here for Sunderland in terms of substitutions there, Danny. Here's Job. Rigg stretching, couldn't get there. Stopped by Palmer. Couple of changes coming for Sunderland. I can definitely see Naz Rusin as stripped, ready to come on. Maybe Meander's run out of steam.
Yeah, straight swap, top end of the pitch. There's more goals in it for us. There's still a long way to go, 15 minutes plus.
Who's the other player down there, Danny? Can you see? Is it Adil Al-Shish, maybe?
I think it might be, yeah. Can't see, just down in the dugout area. Get a few last-minute instructions off Michael Proctor. It is Al-Shish.
So 2 attacking changes coming for Sunderland.
Yeah, it's like Rusin as well, isn't it? Come on to him, he'll want to get amongst it and think there's a goal or two out here for me if I get a bit of service. We've seen that with Meander.
That was lovely from Job.
I'm just thinking who's O'Shea's going to come off, or possibly Chris Rigg. Obviously nothing on his performance, but get him some minutes in that attacking role.
Lovely from Dan Neil, slotting it through, looking for Mayenda. Oh, the defender's gone down! Oh, he's got a free kick against him.
Well, he does well, Iofa, I'll say that, as it just gets his body between the ball and Mayenda. Let's see if there's much contact. See Dan Neil just trying to put it into the grass. Oh, do you know what? I don't think there's a foul in that at all. He just goes over. And there's the change there. It is Chrissy Rigg, is it? It's making way.
Standing ovation.
Yeah. Been fantastic this afternoon. Enjoyed his football, look at the smile on his face. Could have capped it off with a goal in the first half, that one, but the keeper did a great save. But everybody in the stadium, well, certainly the Sunderland fans, up on their feet, applauding the young man. And O'Shea as well.
Mayenda's had his best afternoon in a Sunderland shirt as well, and rightfully gets a brilliant round of applause himself.
Yeah, well, he'd have been thinking, oh, can I stay on and get the hat-trick, but let's not be greedy. A couple of goals for him, there they are, back on the screen. First one, lovely finish, firm side foot finish. Second one, it's all about just getting there, getting that 6-yard box, go and get yourself a goal, and Jack Clark feeds it across for him on a plate. As I said there, can O'Shea now and Rusin go and get themselves a goal or two, have an impact on the game.
Foul on, like Ugbo. Ingleson, at least they had to be brave. Poor cross in the end from Smith.
Yeah, Palmer, isn't it, on
Palmer,
the half
sorry.
volley, just gets it wrong. Frustrated, aren't they, Sheffield? As good as they were last weekend, as I say, against Plymouth, who weren't great themselves. But they really struggled this afternoon, Sheffield Wednesday. They'd be really disappointed, that man there. Said just over 40,000 in the Stadium of Light.
40,022 to see Sunderland 4-0 up with over 10 minutes remaining against a side Sheffield Wednesday with a in vogue manager who themselves scored 4 on their opening day of the season. It was against Wayne Rooney's Plymouth. It's a lovely ball with the outside of his boot from Patrick Roberts. Rusin goes down. The assistant's right on top of it.
Well, do you know what? It's like,
It's gone the other way.
You look at that one a minute ago with Mayenda and Iofa, you see it back on the replay, there wasn't any contact at all. And that one there, he just gives Rusin a little nudge in the back. He does well, Rusin, to get there ahead of him. A little nudge in his back. But that one doesn't get given.
Oh, Michael Smith might be in here for Sheffield Wednesday. He's taking it down. Sunderland have got numbers back, and they surround him. And it goes out for the corner in the end.
Yeah, it looked like he was in for a second there, didn't he, Michael Smith? But just that desire, isn't it, to keep the clean sheet. So we get ourselves in a little bit of a mess. Direct ball over the top, centre-backs. But then as you see there, swarming.
Should have maybe shot there, Smith, when he had the opportunity on his left. The chance went away. Job gets an important touch. Comes back out to Palmer. He floats it in. It's Job with another header out. Rusin. Being held. No free kick given. Bannon picks it up. Ingleson. Serkin's there. Jack Clark will try and bring it under control. Bannon's with him. So is Palmer. Oh, Clark does brilliantly there. Takes 3 players out. and then gets taken down. That's a yellow card if ever I saw one.
Well, I was going to say, yeah, it is indeed, yeah. Bernard, isn't it? Yeah, 3 shirts around him, looked like he had nowhere to go there, Jack Clark, and wriggled out of it, didn't he? See back now that Bannon around him. Ingleson coming across, Palmer, little nutmegs on him.
Just gets flattened here.
Flattened here by the centre-back, yeah. Bernard had enough.
Sirkin. Ruson's made his run across.
Yeah, do you know what? I think he does this really well, Rusin. He's not the biggest, but and that's something that Mayenda can learn from him. You know, he's not years ahead of him, but just getting his body in there, big centre-back, get there early, get your body in, pin him. And look what he's done there, gets his team a free kick in the opposition's half. Excellent from Rusin. Yeah, Job just apologising, sells Luke a little bit short on that back pass. Yeah, just look where we are today as well, Frankie, you know, from that defeat against Sheffield Wednesday at the end of last season. I think we had every player that started for us this afternoon was at the club last season, weren't they, as well? So none of the new additions involved.
Well, Alan Brown would have been if it wasn't for his...
Yeah. But it's more like that mentality of it.
Injury,
Obviously, we were on a downward slope, weren't we? Results and performances not great.
Talk about taking an
last
opportunity,
season.
though. Chris Rigg coming in for Alan Brown. What a performance.
Yeah, well, that's what it's all about, isn't it? It's easy to sort of, not say sulk as such, but your head goes down and you look at those changes we made in midweek, full 11. Opportunity for those boys, not too many for me. Took it. Chris Rigg was one. I said before the game, he sort of stood up, didn't he? I thought Mundell had a good spell in the first half as well, and he's going to be joining in the action shortly. But it is difficult when you know you're perhaps not in that sort of starting 11, but you're getting the opportunity, you've got to go out there and take it. And as we said there, Chrissy Rigg certainly done that.
Job playing it forward, and that's another yellow card because Jack Clark was away there. Liam Palmer sees yellow.
Yeah, he gets too tight, doesn't he? Jack Clark trying to spin in behind, you see it here now. Bang, gone.
Patrick Roberts comes off. He's had another decent afternoon.
Yeah, he
good
has.
Start to the season for Pat.
Well, he has, yeah. Assist, hasn't he, for the first goal as well. He's had a couple of good efforts. I said he tormented Max Lowe for most of the afternoon until he went off. And he'll be happy. I think he started the season well, Patrick, from where he was last season. Frustrated with a couple of injuries, out of the side. Didn't have that form, what we know he's capable of showing. Mundell's going to get 5 minutes or so down that right hand side.
Five minutes left, plus added time. They'll really want to preserve that clean sheet as well. That'll be a big thing for the defenders out there.
Indeed, as a former defender myself, that's what your aim is at the kick-off, isn't it? Come away with that clean sheet.
Again, Clark fouled.
But they've been generally excellent as well, the centre-backs, haven't they? Adji earlier on with that good bit of defending up against Masaba.
Aushish drops it off to Trey Hume. Ugbo, Bannon, Ingleson. Going to have to ask you for a man of the match here soon, Danny. Player of the match This is not an easy decision to make as the ball just loops over the top and Sheffield Wednesday get another corner.
Yeah, difficult, wasn't it? As you say, there's certainly some big candidates and standouts out there. I've seen Mienda with his couple of goals. You know, Job, I think, has been excellent there. The lads at the back I've just mentioned as well. Dennis getting his goal again. But I'd go for Chrissy Rigg. I think for a young lad coming into it, up against experience in there with Barry Bannon, who hasn't really had a kick all afternoon, let's be honest. And he's, you know, his performance, Chris, his maturity he showed in his performance, his energy levels, and you can see it with the crowd as well. So I'd probably go for young Chrissy Rigg.
Referee just wants a closer look at something in the box here. Michael Smith and Job in picture. Obviously Luke O'Nine's in the middle of it. Iorfa. Passing comes, gets something on it. Rusin with the flick. Can Jack Clark get there? Yes, he can. Brilliant from Clark. Mundell gets there too. Mundell gets it back. Ole's ring out around the Stadium of Light.
Yeah, Ole's coming out. Yeah, it was good from Jack, wasn't it? Switch of play.
Regis Labrise has been on the edge of his technical area pretty much the whole 90 minutes.
Yeah, he's not one of them that bothers with the seat, is he? Or the cooler box.
He's keeping a close eye on things. Ingelsson. Stopped by Elise, comes out. And it goes all the way through to Anthony Patterson.
Job again, he's another one, isn't he? I mentioned it there, but his work off the ball, I pointed it out last week at Cardiff, and especially for that second goal where he ran back 20-30 yards, made a great challenge. He's made a few again this afternoon.
Flicked on by Job. This might come for Jack Clark, it does. Inside the 90th minute now. Here at the Stadium of Light, Sunderland 4, Sheffield Wednesday 0. Don't forget, you can have your say in the post-game programme. Use the hashtag AskDanny. Tell us what you think about today's performance. It's been pretty great, hasn't it? In moments. Tell me if you agree. As Rusin tries to get there.
Oh, yeah, lucky,
Beadle
isn't
wins
it,
the
Job?
race.
Yeah, forward pass just always ahead of Rusin, wasn't it, running in behind?
Barry Bannon's pass cut out by Job. Bannon just not able to have the control on the game as which he normally does in that midfield role.
Oh, oh, she's almost getting on the end of that. But he'll be delighted with this. Regis Labrie, seeing the energy now at the last minute of the game. The lad's still pressing, top end of the pitch.
6 minutes will be added.
Or maybe not the last minute of the game then.
When you're 4-0 down, Danny, and you see 6 minutes come up, how does that make you feel?
Yeah.
You're 4-0 up as well.
Yeah, they know they've not been at it. They've had the run around, haven't they? Second best all over the pitch this afternoon, Sheffield Wednesday. They want to get in the showers and get back on the coach.
Oh, sheesh. Mundell to the right. Oh, sheesh. Trey Hume. Now Jack Clark. Referee just getting in the way a little bit there. As Job takes it.
Yeah, maybe I'm being a little bit greedy. I know we got that fourth at the start of the second half. Could we have gone on and got a few more goals? I've played within ourselves, of course. Sometimes that happens, but I think the fans would agree. Can we go on and get a fifth or maybe a sixth and really put Sheffield Wednesday to bed?
Roosin chasing.
Oh.
My phone for Mundle. Mundle a bit sandwiched. Oh, I'll give a free kick.
Yeah.
Iorfa again.
Yeah, he's done well. Iorfa in the end. I thought Mundle had the run on him for a minute. Let's get there, a bit of cramp maybe.
Just looking up at the Sheffield Wednesday fans, Danny, there's hardly any left. And there was a
big
representation of them before kick-off.
Do you know what? They'd come up here this morning on the coaches' early doors, and they've been looking forward to this after the result they had last season. And I said the start they've had this season as well. They'd have fancied themselves to go away with certainly at least a point.
There's a few people we were speaking to in the press room. They said draws, didn't they? A few people we were speaking to.
Yeah, draws, yeah.
This looks like it's going to be a Sunderland win. Second of the season in the second game in the league. Maybe a message to those sides expected to be there and thereabouts around the top.
Yeah, I think this, does it put us second? I think Burnley on goal difference ahead of us. First v second next week.
Musaba
cut back,
offering a chance here for Michael Smith, who hits it over the top, much to the delight of those Sunderland fans.
Yeah. I don't know what we've seen Musaba in the first minute, and then it's last minute of the game here. I think Mundle actually does well here. He gets back at him, and then doesn't really affect it, and then you can just see Smith there waiting for the cutback. Just gets underneath it. And that would have, you know, I'd have been furious there if I'm Luke O'Nien and Adjilise, the lads at the back there, after that clean sheet. If that ends up in the back of the net, I'm saying, come on, boys, tidy it up, see the game through. Don't concede a sloppy one late on.
Well, first team coach is having to sit down behind Danny Rowles. First time he sat down all afternoon. Just had a close eye on things as Regis Lebris. Oh, he's Jack Clark. It's opening up ahead of him as well. Mundle. Just off balanced as the shot goes in.
Just gets a nudge, doesn't he, as he goes to pull the trigger.
A couple of minutes left of the added time. It is always suggested. So we could play more if Dean Whitestone sees fit.
Roosin's made a little run there in behind, asking for it off Jack Clark.
Clark just surrenders possession with a flick that doesn't work. Stick around at full time. We'll be back down pitch side for the post-game programme using your hashtags. If you're watching around the world this afternoon, we'd love to know where you're watching and what you think of Sunderland's performance this afternoon. Use the hashtag AskDanny. This is opening up here for a chance for Sheffield Wednesday. Valentin puts it forward. Musaba.
Yeah, that one again, Joe, isn't it? Getting himself back in. Look, appreciated by his teammates, his defenders getting round him.
Wednesday's 8th corner of the game, this. Sunderland have only had 5. Shows that Sunderland have done their defending as well as their scoring of goals this afternoon. This could be the last action of the game here, Danny. Near post. Jack Clark it is with a header. Hits Roosin on the back, and it might fall for Jack Clark here, who's steaming away with the ball. Ingelsson goes with him. Clark goes down.
Yeah, gets the free kick in the end. Jack Clark just getting us up the pitch, and as you say there, well, that's time up, isn't it? And that's that. What a performance from the boys, yeah. Back on, well, the freshly laid home soil, and what a performance to go with it. That man there will be absolutely delighted. Regis Lebris in front of this 40,000 plus crowd at the Stadium of Light. And from 1 to 11 in terms of position, certainly not squad numbers. The lads have been excellent this afternoon. Difficult to pick a man of the match. I obviously went for Chris Rigg, but you could have gone for any of the boys out there for me this afternoon.